Bang, bang. What's going on, guys? You're tuned to an exciting new edition of the main event on Talkin Hands. So, as I'm most prospecto, joined by my host, Mr. Danny Betts, live from Puerto Rico, where to break down this weekend's big time fight. Josh Taylor taking on Jack Catterall. Before we get into that fight, as always, we recap the week that was, and we got a win. Alexander Usyk gets the job done, split decision, closer than I had it. Gets the job done over Tyson Fury. Nice win for us. Danny, I'll let you start. Thoughts on the fight, the performance, and I guess the judges' scorecards in general.
First of all, I just want to talk about the whole card. The whole card was awesome, bro. Like, there's a ton of, I want to say, I don't remember a fight being boring. Like, there was tons of great action in that fight card and a couple of upsets, like in the Cordina. Yeah, see, I was pissed because I was looking at the underdog in that one, but I thought it was going to be a close decision. What we can't predict is that Sanchez went into that fight with some type of injury. Like, he had a knee sleeve, and you could just tell that, his knee was not right.
Yeah.
And I forget, I can't pronounce his name, but Aggie or whatever his name is, his opponent, he was smart. He was pressuring him from the first round, and Sanchez got tired and got wore down or whatever. But the Usyk and Fury fight was epic, bro. Like, it kind of went exactly how I thought it would be. We both talked about, how we talked about Lomachenko starting fast, and I said that about Usyk, that he needed to do that, and he did that for the first three rounds. Won the first two rounds for sure in my scorecard. Worked the body. And then Fury started getting his his mojo back, and what surprised me, like, in those middle rounds, Fury's hand speed, bro. I know he had quick hands, but like against Usyk, I thought it would be pretty close or a little bit more Usyk. But he got in the flow of things, and Fury started finding his number with the uppercuts, nice jab, moving around well. But Fury looked good, bro, and that's what I wanted. I want the best version of Fury. I want the best version of Usyk, and that's what we got. And Usyk is just the dog, bro. I was telling people he's gonna dog walk him in the second half of the fight, because I never see this guy lose the last 4 rounds of the fight, which he lost it was close, round 12, I think it was. You could have gave it to Fury, but he swept them afterwards. It was tied up for me after 8, 4-4. And then Usyk went crazy round 9, hurt him multiple times.
Yeah.
The ref could have stopped the fight. He took like 20, 25 punches, without doing anything. He was just getting hurt, rolling around the ring and the ropes. And the corner basically saved him from getting down. So that's why he started the countdown and count that as a knockdown, which was fine too. That was the right call. But he could have easily, called it TKO because he was on his feet.
Yeah.
And that changed the whole game, man. He took over, and then he won round 9 and 10. 11 and 12 was a little closer, but I think Fury won round 12. I had it 115, 116 for Usyk. But the judges, I can see. I don't think Fury won the fight, but it wasn't like Usyk clearly blew him out. Like, obviously Fury hurt him. I think it was round 5.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was quite a bit impressed with Fury with those little, like, shovel, like, uppercuts, punches on the inside. Usyk's head did, like, tilt back a bit. And Fury, the thing I don't hate about Fury, but he puts his trunks all the way up, so you can't even go to his body.
And they try to make fun of Usyk, saying that he did that in the Dubois fight, which, first of all, Dubois' shorts were higher than his.
Yeah.
And we saw Fury, like you said, Steve Urkel, that's what I called him.
Yeah.
Steve Urkel, all the way up here, like, come on.
Yeah, that
little tricks.
Tells, part of, like, what Usyk's game plan probably was. And then, you can't go to the body as much, and it's just BS. But, yeah, I agree. I was going to say, we definitely seen worse stoppages in boxing.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to what could have happened. Really, what Fury should have done was he should have taken a knee. It was, I think, the third punch where he really got bopped around. And he went from, like, corner to, like, post. at that point he should have taken the knee. But then,
Yeah.
that's when the ref said, "Okay, knockdown,
If
you out."
it kind of at the same time though, Pete, like it kind of worked out for Fury because it was literally 12 seconds left exactly when he got the knockdown.
Yeah,
So it was a 2 second difference from the round ending. So if he would have not counted that as a knockdown and Usyk would have kept punching for 12 seconds, it would have been over.
yeah, TKO.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like if he would not counted that as a knockdown. So either way, like I'm like, man, you gotta stop this. And I had round 9 and 12, but I grabbed the Usyk live points was crazy. I knew he was gonna come back later, bro. Like it was like plus 1,500 or something by decision. But Usyk's the man, bro. Like I mean, pound for pound, one of the best, like the best cruiserweight we ever seen since Holyfield. One of the better heavyweights. Like, and did you see the? I know we talk about the size and stuff, but when they got in the ring and they were both fully rehydrated, man, Fury was way bigger, bro.
Yeah,
I
Fury's like
thought,
6'9". Yeah, he was
yeah, yeah,
giant.
but
Yeah,
like when they faced off and the press conferences and stuff like that, they look, it didn't look too bad.
yeah,
But in the ring, I'm like, holy fuck, like he's way bigger, bro. And like that's just extra points for Usyk in my eyes. Like the dude is going in there with giants, man, and he's taking them all out. I mean, Usyk's the man, bro. I don't know what else to say.
yeah. I definitely rate him as the number one heavyweight for sure in the world. Dixon Sider said, "Hear that you headbutted a young man at a restaurant in Puerto Rico, John Fury style, Danny."
Nah, bro. If anything, that would be my son, bro. He be trying to headbutt me all the time.
Just my 2 cents in the building. What's up? 2 cents says, "Sup, boys." Agreed. Tyson was lucky he did not get chinned, knocked out. Yeah, great fight though overall. Usyk, well-deserved decision. Usyk did say, "Hey, we will honor the rematch clause," so I do believe there will be a rematch. I believe the timetable is set for October.
October, yeah. I think 12.
Yeah, I'll be
Maybe
curious
October.
to see what they make the line. If it'll be like another.
I heard something minus 200 Usyk, I think it is.
Okay.
Minus 190, 200.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Maybe Usyk gets him out of there in the rematch, but will be interesting. Juan Chavez in the chat. What's going on, Juan? Andrew G says yo, and Andrew G likes Catterall to get done this weekend over Josh Taylor. Speaking of Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall, that's a fight we're going to go to right now. Current odds at our favorite book, mybookie.ag, promo code PUBSPORTS, 50% deposit bonus match, correct debit, 100% Bitcoin. Use the Bitcoin up to $1,000. Current odds have Jack Catterall as the favorite, minus 145. Comeback on Josh Taylor, plus 110. Round props, juice to the over, 10.5 rounds, minus 300. Fight goes the distance, minus 220. Danny, does Josh Taylor turn back the clock? Or does Jack Catterall have Josh Taylor's number?
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Dixon, 2 cents. JC, Andrew G. Let's get it. Yeah, this is a big rematch. The first rematch, the first fight, there was a lot of controversy. A lot of people thought that Catterall won.
Yeah.
And me, I had a bet on Josh Taylor, and I thought he lost. Watching that fight first, and then rewatching it multiple times, I thought it was way closer than I expected in the beginning. I definitely didn't expect what other people thought. They thought it was like the worst. I'm seeing the worst robbery in boxing history. Come on, guys. Like the Maxi Hughes.
You can't even say that because half the fight was them clinched up and holding.
Dude, the worst. No, bro. Like Rolly Romero, Cambosa's Maxi Hughes. Those are way worse than this fight. That was closer than I thought. But the one thing I do remember, and I did see, was that the ref was way too quick to take a point off of Catterall, and that was big. That was big. That's basically cost them the fight. It was a split decision. Um, but what I when I put in my written breakdown, the thing that frustrates me about Catterall is that he tends to he's winning fights and then he tends to not finish strong. He fought Linares
Mhm.
and he had that guy cooked, dropped him. We've seen
Hurt
Linares
bad.
knocked out before. Like he could have finished him any way he wanted. And he coasted badly, bro. Like he was not throwing enough volume at all. Like just a little bit of jab here, playing it super safe. And that's what he did in the first fight with Taylor. He had good moments, especially in the middle of the rounds. He knocked them down. After he got that point deducted, though, things started falling down a little bit. Taylor started picking it up, started pressing him more, and he let those late rounds just slip away.
Yeah.
And that's what made that fight way closer than it should have been. Because Catterall, if he would have stepped on the gas a little bit, like he would have won that fight by like 2 rounds. Um, And yeah, this fight, coming up, yeah, I know Taylor's been dealing with a lot of injuries. Just got postponed once. I think he had COVID or something like that. And he was a huge favorite in that first fight. They're both southpaws. Taylor's got good volume. He likes the pressure. Catterall's more of a pure boxer, a
Yep.
good counterpuncher. A good counterpuncher though. He's more of a counterpuncher, and that's what happened with Taylor. Taylor was being like too aggressive. It was his hometown. You know what I'm saying? Like they hate each other, so he was kind of being emotional. He was getting countered a lot in that fight by the
Yeah.
left hand. Um, I think he's gonna make the right adjustments here. It's one of those fights that he won technically, but it could have easily went to Catterall, and he's the one that could actually do the adjustments to make this fight be easier for him to win. I think he's gonna pressure again, but more calculated and avoid the big counter shots from Catterall. And one thing that I noticed in that first fight that Josh Taylor throws a lot of volume, but in that first fight he didn't. Like I'm talking about like career lows, bro. Like 6 punches 1 round, 5, 8. The dude averages like sometimes like 10, 11, 13. Um, I just see him. There's too much that he can just fix to tune up that he could win this fight. Like I think Catterall's best shot was that fight, and remember that was for all the belts. Now there's no more belts because Taylor lost to Tio. And like we were talking backstage, I rewatched that fight with Tio, and I had Taylor. And in my mind, I thought he got his ass whipped. Rewatching it a couple times, he did way better than I thought. In the beginning, the first 5 rounds, first half of the fight, he had a lot of success, won some rounds. But Tio did a couple of adjustments, got his rhythm, got his timing down, and it was too much. Too athletic, and he got his zone. Started getting his head and won that fight. But I gotta go with Taylor here by decision. Um, but it's one of those fights. Don't be surprised if Taylor actually gets a knockout late. Just because they really don't like each other, and I think not being his hometown, he doesn't have the pressure. No more belts. It's just pure like I need this dub. I can't lose 2 in a row. I gotta make a statement. The first fight was a split decision. And I'm gonna go out there for the kill. You know what I mean? And I think it's possible late stoppage for Taylor, but I think he wins a unam decision in this fight. Just outworking him and pressuring him and things like that. But yeah, I got Taylor by decision in this one.
Yeah. Shout Big Show in the chat. Big
Make
Show's got a
sure.
plug for Pub Rub and the Twitter. Shout Big Show in the chat and 2 cents. I have no idea where have no idea what I'm getting from either of them here. Taylor coming off the loss to Teo, and now Catterall doesn't have the element of surprise. Yeah, dude, Taylor's tempting as a dog. And that was my thing. So I did the same thing as Danny kind of just mentioned, rewatched the last couple fights. Everything, because when Teofimo fights, everyone on Twitter loves Teofimo. So they act like he beat the shit out of Josh Taylor. And then you rewatch the fight. I thought Josh Taylor was up 3 rounds to 1 after 4. Then
Yeah.
Lopez looked better, and then Lopez hurt him, cracked him bad in like round 7, and then Taylor just refused to engage. Like he didn't want to throw punches, he was scared. And Catterall does not have the power to really, to me, knock out, like badly hurt Taylor. So Taylor has to pressure. If Taylor doesn't pressure, he can't let Catterall just sit there and do his little jab left, like he did on Linares. He didn't even look that good in the Linares fight, where
Mm.
I don't know. He's just. I almost want Catterall to win because I think if Catterall wins, he's going to get knocked out bad when he fights like a power puncher, and like the odds will be very good, I think, against him. But yeah, I'm gonna. At the beginning, I was gonna take Catterall, just rewatching the fight, but I think Taylor can intercept Catterall coming in with just a jab. He has to come in with more of those heavy hooks, target the body. He stop throwing to the body, and he has to just tag him coming in, just not let him dictate the fight, dictate the jab, the straight left, let Catterall get off and just bank rounds. He has to make it more of a fight, which I think he will. And he's just the more accomplished fighter. If you watched what he did to Jose Ramirez is a better boxer probably than Catterall, quicker, and he was able to knock Jose Ramirez down, frustrate him. He was going to the body. He was jabbing more. He didn't jab enough against Catterall. He just kind of let Catterall get off on whatever he wanted, like with his combinations. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Josh Taylor. You mentioned it earlier. First fight, Josh Taylor was a minus 1,400 favorite. Now he's an underdog. The only thing that changed was he lost to Teofimo Lopez, who I think would knock out Jack Catterall. So, I'm going to take Josh Taylor. I don't want to get, because I seem to get burned more often than not with decision or KO. So I'll just take the money line. I think the money line's like plus 110. And it seems to be trending
Yeah.
more towards Catterall. So,
Yeah, I got him at plus 100. My prediction is just him by decision, but my bet it's money line, dude. Like it's just recency bias. Like 1,600 to like it's just nuts to me. One thing I'll say though, I am worried of the. I gotta check the weigh-ins. I mean, my bet is already in.
yeah.
Cause like that's the only thing with Taylor. Taylor's a big dude for 140, and he's been talking about moving up to 147. For the last couple fights. So he looks the videos I'm seeing and his Instagram and stuff. I don't see signs of him like having a bad weight cut. But still, we're still a couple of days. The last few days is the worst.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's fine, doesn't miss weight or anything, and then he's ready to rock and roll. We'll see.
Yeah. Shout out Winner Circle in chat. What's going on, Winner Circle? And Some Solution says, I don't see this being as close as the first fight. Some Solution, let us know who you are on in the chat. Yeah, I don't know. You watch Catterall, because before that fight, he really didn't fight anyone. I think he had one like decent opponent going into the fight, so he was like an unknown. And then he got, I'm not saying it's a layup fight because Linares was very good, but Linares was also old. Like he's like shop worn, so it was set up for Catterall to look good. Catterall
And
looked
he did it.
okay, but he didn't get
Nah,
that finish. He could have got that
he
finish.
they gave it to him like this, bro. Like, here's a guy that you could get a knockout. You're not known as a big, huge puncher. Like, here it is, and he just, yeah. I mean, he clearly won, but it was just like boring as hell, too safe. He hurt him, like I said. Like he could have took him out easily, and he didn't.
Some Solution like Josh Taylor, so he's with us, and Stacks in the chat put 50 on Taylor plus 106. So yeah,
So
definitely good odds with Josh Taylor. Yeah, Catterall just seems very like one note. Like if Taylor can disrupt his boxing style of just a jab straight left, if he can make Catterall think about trying to do anything else, Taylor is going to win the fight pretty cleanly. Like, you just can't be gun shy and just let, Catterall take over, which he shouldn't, because he wants bigger fights. You want bigger fights, got to get this win. 2 cents also just bet Josh Taylor. So look at it. We're influencers, Danny. We're influencers. Yeah, Danny, you got anything else for the fight news? Anything you want to touch on?
Shout out to Winner Circle, Some Solution, and Stacks. Everybody else in the chat that that I said. Not really. Yeah, that's the only bet I'm gonna have for Saturday. I can't live bet like I want to. I'm gonna still be here in Puerto Rico. I'm actually gonna probably miss the fight because I fly back home Saturday. In the afternoon. So
yeah, that's
hopefully
afternoon. Fight,
yeah. So hopefully I get to the airport and I see my ticket cash. But yeah, it should be interesting. June 1st though, the next Saturday, it's gonna be lit. We got that 5v5 against Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn. Their fighters against each other, and I see two dogs already. I like a lot. You got Bivol coming back. Is that the fight we want? But I'll probably just skip that one. But there's a lot of good fights next week. I'm gonna have a lot of action for that one for sure.
I think I can predict one of your bets. I think I already know, which we didn't even discuss, but I think I know one of your bets.
Who?
Which, Nick Ball.
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I got forwarded in that one.
Okay, wow, I'm surprised. Yeah, that'll be it for us, guys. Some Solution says there's a lot of hype on Jack Catterall. Yeah, I mean, Jack's definitely, he won the first fight but didn't get the decision. So we'll see what happens. And 2 cents, former Undisputed champ, his dog had to take it. Stacks is laughing at my prediction there with Nick Ball. Best bets. Daniel, you have the floor. I think we're going to be lockstep agreement on this one. Let you go, Danny.
Real quick, what your prediction with Nick Ball? That fight's crazy to me because remember I bet both of them, and Nick Ball should have won his ass fight, whatever. But I can't go against Ford, bro. After what he did in that last fight for me. And I think he's a better pure boxer in my eyes. I think he gets it done by decision. But yeah, best bet for this one coming up. Just Josh Taylor money line. I got at plus 100. There's actually a little bit more better numbers out there. Plus one, like you guys are saying, plus 106, plus 105. Yeah, I gotta take it, bro. Like it is what it is. If I take a L, like it is just too much. Like he can do to win this fight. Where Catterall, what can he do better? You know what I'm saying? The only thing he could do better is not give those late rounds, away easier like he did, like he does. But that's the only adjustment he could do. Where I see Taylor could do multiple adjustments, and I'm getting a little bit of plus money with a big favorite back in the first fight just because he lost to a better fighter in Tio, where Tio would beat Catterall easily. So
yeah, that's my thing. Yeah, if Catterall somehow wins and gets the Teofimo Lopez fight, and they line that remotely close, Lopez will knock out Jack Catterall. Like I don't guarantee nothing, but that is more than likely going to happen if that fight does occur. I'm with you. I'm going to go Josh Taylor. Just because my big deal is I want to watch the Teo fight and then the Ramirez fight. I think Ramirez is a better speed, power puncher than Catterall, and Taylor did beat Ramirez, and he looked good against Ramirez.
That was a great performance by Taylor.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure for that fight I probably picked Jose Ramirez because I rate him pretty highly. But yeah, Taylor looked good that fight. Like I said, just mix it up. And hopefully not as much clinching because that really the fight wasn't good. People talk about robbery. The fight
it was that's like they don't like each other, so it was scrappy. It was kind of a little bit dirty. It was holding each other and trying to get some late hits and stuff, and the ref was having a hard time. Like it was just like a mess.
Yeah.
It was a mess. So we'll see how it is this time.
Yeah. Big Show's talking about that the kid asked about body count for the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. I didn't even see the clip. I should know of the clip. I would assume Mike Tyson, Big Show. I would assume Mike
Bro,
Tyson. Uh,
hold on. So we're talking about numbers here. Tyson is what, almost 60? And you're talking
yeah.
about Jake Paul in his late 20s? Who you think? I mean, Tyson.
And we know Tyson was a partier in the '90s, so he's definitely
Shit, he probably still is. Who knows?
oh yeah. Yeah, like Danny said, next week big time fights. Granted, we lost Beterbiev Bivol instead of Jang versus Wilder. Dubois comes back, Ball Ford, a lot of big fights. So we'll see you guys next week.
Real quick,
Yeah.
my niece's graduation is on Tuesday, so we're probably gonna have to reschedule. It's at like at 6:30. There's no way I'm gonna make it.
Yeah.
So probably Wednesday, unless you want to do a late night.
Yeah. Wednesday would probably more than off
Okay,
work
sounds
for
good.
sure. So yeah, we will see you guys next week. Old Lee, shout out Big Show in chat. 2 cents. Great stuff, fellas. Best of luck, everyone. Best of luck to you as well. 2 cents. We'll see you guys next week. Not exciting edition, main event, Talkin Hands. Peace, guys.